Following the break after the KCB Safari Rally, competitors challenging for the 2011 KCB Kenya National Rally Championship were looking forward to the 5th round in the series and to getting down to some serious rallying. But little did they know what was in store and that their fate would be dictated by how well they could drive in what was going to be a difficult event. It was the KCB S&L Mortgages Rally, run by the Rift Valley Motor and Sports Club, who had found a new route through the forest surrounding the old town of Eldama Ravine.
And manhole again.
The roads were actually brilliant a week ago. 2 weeks ago they were actually, I'd had them all graded and it were beautiful. And then of course the guards weren't with us. You know, it poured. And it's pouring right now. But there's nowhere really they ought to get stuck.
It was once again a full house with 54 crews taking part, lining up in the Lesiolo grain handler's yard for the pre-event check. In the lineup were the winners of the 4 previous events, including Alistair Kavanagh, the defending national champion, Ian Duncan, the current championship leader, Azar Anwar, who took victory on round 3, and Carl Tundo, who took the biggest prize when he won the safari. Lesiolo grain handlers process Kenya's finest barley, with none other than Carl Tundo, the plant manager. But today, his role was slightly different, being the favorite to win what was his home event.
Definitely feeling very confident after the safari and the fact that it's a long rally and it's on home soil, and it'd be good to have a wet rally actually. It'd be interesting. But for the championship, yeah, Ian's definitely the one to beat.
Predicting a winner was impossible, especially with Lee Rose back from South Africa for a one-off event, Peter Horsey at the wheel of the hybrid pickup, and Baldev Chaga in the new Subaru N14. The cars would only come under rally orders at the start the following day, and for now the crews headed into the sprawling town of Nakuru, with everything crossed in the hope it would not rain on the route overnight. The start was from outside the KCB branch in Eldama Ravine, with all the crews having had an early start, having driven the 60 kilometers from Nakuru to get there. On hand was the district MP, who spoke on behalf of the town residents before flagging away the leading cars.
We feel privileged as Eldama Ravine that you are here today. We feel privileged that you have promoted this small town of ours. In fact, as I came in today, I thought I was entering a city, but it's our small town of Eldama Ravine. It's becoming a city today because of the presence of Kenya Commercial Bank.
Heading the field were Ian Duncan and Amos Slatch in the National Oil Mitsubishi Evo 9, who were given a roaring send-off. The cars continue to leave at 3-minute intervals, heading towards the unknown, with the route having taken another drenching during the night. The itinerary included 4 sections that were repeated twice, making up the competitive distance of 186 kilometers with 3 breaks for service. Stages 1 and 2 were where the weather mattered the most and became the longest 55 kilometers the crews had done all year. Stage 3 was the most technical, and Stage 4 a spectator stage in Eldama Ravine town. After the overnight downpour, getting through the initial stages was not going to be easy. And to get a foothold on the leaderboard, it was just a case of driving as fast as possible, no matter what the conditions. Being the first car on the road, Ian Duncan and Amos Slatch broke the surface, leaving lines that were easy to follow. Ian is the master behind the wheel in all conditions, which he proved when he won the boggy KCB Banchika Rally earlier in the year. Understandably, they were cautious and by service found themselves in second.
It's very slippery and you just have to be very careful because you think there's a bit more traction and there isn't any, and it's good and then it's bad again. So, I mean, yeah, we're not the quickest set for sure, but at least we're still here. So
Carl Tundo and Tim Jessup were relishing the conditions, judging the speed needed to get through, especially when it was so easy to get dragged off the road. They were 50. Fastest through the first 2 stages, opening up a lead of nearly 2 minutes, but the journey had its moments.
Well, this is your side for a change. Cut easy right of a brow is caution, fast right.
I'd set it up nicely and it was sideways nicely, and then it just carried on. We just carried on going. The thing is, it's the change of terrain. It's suddenly you've got some grip, and the next corner you get to, it's just like ice. So we've been off twice. So.
Alistair Kavanagh and Gavin Lawrence were doing the best they could and dropped over a minute to Tundu on stage 1. Then on stage 2, they were caught out when the road went from dry to wet and slammed into a bank, breaking the steering, and became the first car out of the event.
Well, we were just going too fast for the for the conditions, basically. We hit the bank on the outside, and then it spun us round in the air. Then we went into the other bank on the other side, which you can see both sides. Well, the left.
Jas Mangat was with Elodie Sempere on this event, with his regular navigator not available, but this did not slow his attack. They were fourth quickest through the 2 stages, and with Kavanagh out, claimed third.
Got a new navigator today, so we're just trying to get to know each other a bit better and get our own understanding and rhythm. So,
do the recce notes help?
They're just references, really. They don't really help now.
Azhar Anwar and Julius Gige have years of experience of driving in the wet, but even they were finding it hard to keep the car in a straight line. They made it through clean, but were nearly 5 minutes behind in fourth.
When there's maram, you have a lot of grip. You can go pretty quickly, and we've been going too slowly there. And then when it's slippery, we've been going too quickly and going off into the banks. And
this was going to be a difficult rally for Baldev Chagga and Raju Semi to put the N14 through its paces, but a good one on which to judge its performance in these conditions, and for now they were in 5th. Lee Rose and Piers Dakin were running 8th on the road and quickly caught Baldev Chagga, who pulled over to let them past. They then caught and overtook Peter Horsey and would have been contenders for the lead, but dropped to 6th when it took 7 minutes to change a puncture, during which Chagga and Horsey got past again. On the move again, the conditions were of little hindrance to them, and sections of the road that would become a major problem for others behind were of little consequence.